What's up, YouTube? It's Trill Manila, day 93 on the Road to Code, 100 Days of Code Challenge. Today is about Angular DOM manipulation. Yesterday, I learned about the mean stack. Each of the technologies I've learned a little bit about, except for Angular. So I'll go into a little bit of an intro into it. That's pretty much what I learned today. First of all, conceptual side, browsers are written in C++ code but have JavaScript engines embedded in them and gives them access to extra features. An interesting thought is, how does the browser server know what to do with HTML string/text, and how does it create something we can see? That has something to do with the DOM, which is Document Object Models, I believe. Didn't even write that on my blog what it stands for, but you know what it is. To store and process web pages. DOM is a structure browsers use to store and manage web pages. Browser gives the JavaScript engine the ability to manipulate the DOM. So JavaScript itself can't manipulate the DOM, but because it's going through the browser manipulates the DOM, is what happens. The DOM doesn't live in the JavaScript engine, but in the browser's C++ engine. When the DOM is on the browser, it will automatically recreate and render the web page. The browser is a program sitting on the client's computer. It receives some HTML as a result of the HTTP request. The HTTP body contains the HTML. So, there it is. The body contains the HTML, essentially creating a string to sending it back as part of the HTTP request. When the browser needs to do something with the string and decide what to do with it, it doesn't just use the string all the time, but processes the string once and builds the DOM. So it's stored in the DOM, so it knows what to do basically. The DOM takes the HTML and converts it to a hierarchy of objects which represent the various HTML elements. This hierarchy is the DOM tree. So there, the tree itself is represented by the HTML elements. The browser will pass the contents of JavaScript to the engine and run it. It will be received and executed in the browser. The JavaScript engine will process the extra features to manipulate the DOM, adding elements, removing elements, and will update the new features, like live. Ultimately, the core of how modern web pages and web applications work, JavaScript code running on the browser through an embedded engine, manipulating the DOM, making the web page dynamic, allowing it to change, respond, thereby making the web page interactive, is because of this. Not Angular itself, but because of this manipulating the DOM. The problem is different browsers and versions and the different ways to write your code because of this, like all the updates and everything like that. This results in a lot of extra code, and the Angular framework helps us with this. And that's pretty much the purpose of why Angular was created, pretty much, and how it helps. So, nothing about using Angular today, but more so a reason of under the hood stuff, under the hood knowledge about Angular before we learn about it. And that's pretty much the update for today. As always, just like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter at Trill Manila and the blog also at trillmanila.com. Peace out.